This may have been the easiest to guess LEGO Star Wars 2026 set, as there is now a new rumor for a UCS Mando's N1 Starfighter for May 4th of 2026. On top of it already being a pretty sensible UCS set for them to make at any time, given it was fairly prevalent in the Mandalorian TV show, the movie will also be releasing around this time, which will add to the hype and sales of the set. We've already seen a UCS Razor Crest at like $600, so there's no reason they wouldn't do this at $240. So I think this is going to end up being a true rumor just right off the bat. There have been other rumors floating around out there, like the Super Star Destroyer and Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, more just conversation about Darth Vader's TIE Fighter because of the polybag than maybe a true rumor. But a lot of reputable sources today have been posting about Mando's N1 Starfighter being the next May 4th UCS set, which is fairly exciting. It was also kind of expected, which makes it a little bit less exciting, I guess, in a way, but it's supposed to be $240. We don't have a piece count. We don't have the set number, but $240 is what most of these May 4th UCS sets cost, so not unexpected there. The minifigs I think are quite interesting. We're going to get a Mandalorian minifigure, probably standard Beskar. I can't imagine they do anything special there. It certainly isn't rumored at this point, but you can drop your guesses below. Maybe they do a new version of him from the movie, but honestly, I kind of doubt that. But the big thing that is rumored that is definitely going to be happening, I guess, is a new mold for Grogu, which I think is exciting because the other Grogu mold is based off the Lego Baby minifigure, and like, it's cute, it works, but I've always wanted something a little bit more from that. And we have an idea of what this may look like. Back in, I believe, late 2020, LEGO released an animation where they showed what would be kind of a different molded Grogu. And if it looks like that, I think people would really get behind it. I kind of assume it will be an all-in-one molded Grogu, like we see Babu Frick, for example, is kind of an all-in-one piece. It's not like a baby Lego minifig piece and then a special head. It's just this all-in-one design. And so I'm hoping this is going to be a better version of Grogu. I can't imagine they can do too much as far as like customizability for it. Maybe it'll be made to be printed better and have more chiseled detail as far as like the clothing goes, I assume. But yeah, a lot to be excited there, I think, for the Grogu figure. I assume, obviously, that Grogu figure would carry into the Mandalorian movie sets that would be releasing around the same time in May, but I don't expect to see that Grogu figure in any of the Mandalorian sets that are rumored to be releasing in January, at least the one that I think is going to have Grogu. Personally, I find myself quite excited for this one because it's just going to be another great UCS ship that they can't honestly really mess up in any significant way. Like, it's just going to be a solid Mando N1 Starfighter. I do wonder which piece they'll use for the canopy piece. Part of me looks over to my UCS A-Wing and thinks they finally found a new use for that one, and I think it would fit. Just thinking back to the minifig scale versions of N1 Starfighters and the canopy piece they use, they would often use the same piece as the A-Wings, so that would make a lot of sense to me that they would use that same piece from the UCS one on the UCS version of the N1. Would be nice. But yeah, I just wanted to bring you guys the latest rumor on what the May 4th, 2026 set may be. Got a pretty high level of confidence in this one, both from just a common sense, this makes sense for them to release thing, and it's also a bunch of reputable sources putting it out there. So let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, and you can subscribe for more LEGO Star Wars content. See you later.